Hey there, Dearvolt here from Capital Insider, and welcome to week 3 of our bot challenge. 3 weeks ago we launched 2 trading bots, MIDAS and ICARUS. The goal was simple: give them a small account, let them trade, and see whether AI can actually build a profitable trading system. Now, if you've been following this series, you'll know that the first few weeks have been painful. ICARUS was losing money, MIDAS was losing money, and there were moments where it genuinely felt like we were paying money just to discover new and creative ways to lose even more money. But this week, for the first time since starting this challenge, something has changed. Not because the bots suddenly became profitable overnight, not because we discovered some magical strategy, because for the first time, we think we finally understand why they're losing money. And that changes everything. So let's start with the scorecard, because at the end of the day, that's what matters. Who won week 3? MIDAS or ICARUS? Well, the answer isn't quite that simple, because both bots made huge breakthroughs this week, just very different ones. Let's start with MIDAS. And honestly, this might be the biggest discovery we've made since this entire challenge began. For weeks we assumed MIDAS had a signal problem. We thought it was finding bad trades, taking bad entries, reading the market incorrectly. Basically, we thought it was just bad at trading. Turns out, we were completely wrong. After digging through the trade data, management logs, analytics reports, and thousands of historical trade events, we discovered something shocking. MIDAS was actually finding profitable trades, a lot of them. The problem wasn't finding opportunities, the problem was keeping them. Imagine buying a stock, watching it move into profit, and then somehow ending up with a losing trade anyway. That's basically what MIDAS has been doing for weeks, again and again and again. So this week, we went hunting for the leak, and eventually we found it. A section of the management system we call Stage 0. Now, don't worry about the technical details. Here's the important part. Most trend follow trades were reaching profit, but before MIDAS could protect those profits, the market would reverse, and we'd give everything back. Which explains why some of our analytics were making absolutely no sense. The entries looked good, the trade ideas looked good, the win rates looked reasonable, yet somehow the money wasn't showing up. So we made one change. Just one. We moved our protection much earlier. Instead of waiting for trades to become huge winners before protecting them, we started protecting them sooner, and the results were immediate. Reversal after profit events collapsed, protected trades increased dramatically, and for the first time, trend follow started behaving like an actual profitable strategy. That's massive, because it completely changes the question we're asking. 3 weeks ago, we were asking, can MIDAS find profitable trades? Today we're asking, can MIDAS keep the profits it already finds? And that's a much better problem to have. Now, let's move over to ICARUS, because ICARUS had a completely different identity crisis this week. Unlike MIDAS, we weren't trying to fix trade management. We were trying to fix execution, and we definitely weren't trying to build more strategies. In fact, we did the exact opposite. For the first time, we stopped chasing shiny new ideas and instead started asking a much harder question. What if most of our strategies just suck? Seriously, at one point ICARUS had so many strategies running that it started looking less like a trading bot and more like a support group for losing systems. So this week, we started cutting aggressively. No sentiment, no favorites, no second chances. If a strategy couldn't justify its existence, it was gone. And as we started narrowing things down, something really interesting happened. The same names kept appearing at the top of the leaderboard. Trend Exhaustion Fade, Trades by Psy, Trend Exhaustion Fade 2.5, and Trades by Psy version 2.5. Every time we checked performance, those strategies were there. Every time we checked profitability, those strategies were there. And every time we expected something else to take over, those strategies were still there. Meanwhile, some of our older strategies continue doing what they do best. Losing money, consistently, professionally, and almost impressively. And for the first time, ICARUS started producing green days. Now, before you start celebrating, ICARUS is still not consistently profitable. But honestly, that's not the important part. The important part is that we've finally proven something. Profitable days are possible. The engine, it works. The infrastructure works. the strategies work, and the problem now isn't finding opportunities. The problem is consistency, because ICARUS has developed a very annoying habit. It makes money and then immediately finds a way to give it back. Sounds familiar, right? A strategy can win 70% of its trades, look incredible on paper, and still struggle to make money if the losing trades are large enough to erase all the progress. That's the battle we're fighting right now. Not entries, not signals, not strategy generation, expectancy, keeping more of what we earn. And honestly, that's probably the biggest theme of week 3. Both bots taught us the same lesson in completely different ways. MIDAS showed us that profitable trades don't matter if profits aren't protected. And ICARUS showed us that winning trades don't matter if losing trades erase everything afterwards. Different systems, same problem. And weirdly enough, that's actually good news, because it's much easier to fix profit retention than it is to invent an entirely new edge from scratch. So, where does that leave us heading into week 3? For MIDAS, the mission is simple. Prove that the new protection system wasn't a fluke. We need to see whether these improvements continue holding up under live market conditions. And for ICARUS, version 3 has officially begun, a new generation of strategies built around one simple idea. Trade less, trade smarter, and only participate when odds are in our favor. No more strategy spam, no more quantity over quality, just the strongest ideas competing for capital. 3 weeks ago we were asking, can these bots make money? But today we're asking, can they keep the money they make? And honestly, that's the first time I felt genuinely optimistic about this challenge. Which bot do you think is going to come out on top at the end of week 4? MIDAS or ICARUS? Let us know in the comments below, and while you're there, hit the like and subscribe so you don't miss any new episodes of the show. I'll see you guys next week, and as always, happy investing.